because you're used to problem. It's a problem to people dealing with pressure at the workplace. At this generation, you tell someone don't come back and they'll be like, gladly, I'm looking at it from, I've obtained some freedom from work. But after that they realize, oh, so I don't have money, I need money to do my bills, I need to get money, whether it's through legal means or illegal means. So they get into illegal deals just for the sake of maybe getting some money to survive. So that's part of the problem. The lifestyle that they have is becoming a problem. So it's more of a lifestyle issue than actually the other mental health issue in general.
So a lifestyle issue, that means I'm comparing my lifestyle to Salim's. Or I want a certain type of life that I'm unable to get at that particular time. So then comes the pressure. Right? So you're saying among the young people, are you saying among the young people the biggest cause is triggered by a lifestyle?
Yes. The biggest cause is triggered by a lifestyle, whereby you want to keep up with a particular lifestyle. We see your friends with iPhones, you also want an iPhone. You see your friends with money, you also get a mubaba so that you can get some money. You see yourself having fun, your friends having fun, and you also want to have fun. So you go and party, you go and do all those things, but in the end, we realize that not all fingers are the same size. So you end up having people who are taking loans just to maintain a particular lifestyle, people who are doing all those things to get money just for the sake of fitting into the particular lifestyle that they have established in their minds. So it's more of a lifestyle issue that is contributing to the psychological issues that are on the rise.
And when we talk about, I'll still take you back to what you say, the trend online that says I want to die or commit suicide, and then they actually go ahead and do this. What kind of ripple effect might this have? Because I've also found myself on certain TikTok posts, and when you go through the comment section, it's sad, because when you go through the comment section, you also see somebody say, I just want to leave, right? I'm so done. I'm tired. It's a cry for help, right? When somebody goes in the comment section and says, I'm tired, and then another person also goes and says, I'm also tired, right? And another person says, I want to like off myself, right? What kind of ripple effect does this have?
In clinical psychology, there's something that we call vicarious trauma. Vicarious trauma is when you're traumatized and you carry that trauma without dealing with it. There's a high chance that you may also spread that traumatic feeling to someone else. So you end up carrying the trauma, taking it to the other person. You carry the trauma, take it to the other person. And in the end, if you don't deal with the mental health issue that you are facing now, you tend to have so many traumatic incidences that people are carrying around. So what kind of effect does it have? There's a small kid who is watching this and they're like, oh, it's normal. So if I'm tired because my parent is maybe not taking care of me the way I want to, I'll just go there and say, I will die on 25th December, or I will die on Easter like Jesus. So it's something that if we are not taking it seriously, in the end, people will be doing it like a trend, but not really just a trend, but it's a mental health issue that is building up in a vicarious manner.
How do we deal with there's pressure, right? And then there's pressure, and then at times you feel like things are not going your way. Let's demystify it, or rather let's break it down to somebody who's in a space and they feel like my only solution is to take away my life. How does this begin?
Normally our body has responses. We have a fight response, you have a flight response, and you have a freeze response. So when you are faced with a threat, you have to take any one of those responses. For people who have gone through a lot of maybe a lifestyle that has built them to have a very strong defense system, they normally take a fight response. So here's the problem, but I'm going to fight the problem. But you have people who are not used to facing this kind of issues. So whenever the problem arises, what they do is they'll want to run. Or maybe sometimes they'll want to just freeze and do nothing about it. So the kind of response a person has can actually determine the kind of action that they end up doing. So many times people are just overwhelmed with all those thoughts, all those ideas, all those happening around them, and they feel like enough is enough. I just need to let it go. We normally say that suicide is permanent solution for a temporary problem. The problem is just temporary, but since your mind has given you the idea that I can't do this and there's nothing that can be done about it, you end up taking a shortcut. So thinking that it's a shortcut, but it's a permanent solution for a temporary problem.
Yeah. I had that somewhere, and I honestly want you to break it down. When you say permanent solution to a temporary problem, break it down so that, because at times you look at it and you say, I cannot get out of this situation. My only way out is to take my life, right?
Yeah.
But you've called it a temporary problem, meaning this too shall pass.
Yes. There's always a solution for everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it may take longer, sometimes it may take shorter.
Yeah.
But eventually there is a solution for it. Think about it this way. When you were growing up, you had some kids problems.
Yes.
Whereby you feel like, I want this gadget, my parents not buying it for me. What if you have considered suicide? So 10 years later, you'll be like, my daughter died of suicide because of doing 1, 2, and 3. So the problem that you had during that childhood times, maybe 15 years or 20 years ago, if you look at it from this point of time and age, you realize it's no longer that much of a big problem that will actually made you think about suicide. So sometimes it just needs more time, maybe some a word from someone, or maybe just interaction with people, and then you realize that problem that seems so big is actually not that big. You have a financial issue, fine, because of how much? 20,000 shillings. But someone else has a 1 million problem and is still surviving. Yeah. So your problem is no longer just a problem that you just have to ignore and then just sit around pretty thinking that maybe the problem will just go away. But just give it time. Try and look for solutions slowly by slowly. Talk to someone. Talk with friends, talk with parents, talk to anybody who you want to talk to, as long as you look for a small solution day by day. Eventually, that small solution becomes a big solution.
Tulipokuwa tunazungumza hapa kabla tuende hewani, nyuma ya pazia uko umesema kwamba baadhi ya vitu ni vitu ambavyo kwamba vilitokea nyuma huko tukavipuuza. Alafu sasa vinakuja kutokea huku mbele na vinatengeneza hizi changamoto mtu mpaka anafikia kwenye hiyo hatua. Ndio nifike hapo. Kuna vitu ambavyo kwamba vimenisukuma. For example, mfano ambao kwamba umeutoa, umesema small
permanent solution to a temporary problem.
To a temporary problem. Kabla nifikie hapo kwenye kuona kwamba mimi nachukua maamuzi ya kuondoka kwenye hili tatizo ambapo ni kosa, lakini kuna naweza nikasuluhisha hayo matatizo. Hivi vitu ambavyo kwamba vinanifanya mimi nifikirie tu kwamba hili ndio suluhu la kudumu, ni vitu gani hivi?
Kwa kawaida binadamu akona vile vitu anaweza angalia sema hii naweza handle kufikia hii kiwango, lakini hii ni kama hii imepita kiwango yenye naweza. Kuna vitu kadhaa zinaweza kusukuma ufike mahali penye labda unaona kama hii siwezi sukuma kupita hii kiwango, imenipita. Na kama vile tulisema lifestyle problem, ile maisha yenyewe unaishi, saa zingine zile vitu ndogo zenye huo unaziona ni kama vitu za kawaida, kwa mtu mwingine si vitu ya kawaida. Kwako maybe kukula kila siku ni kitu ya kawaida, kwa mtu mwingine kukula chakula hata moja kwa siku ni kitu cha ajabu. So mara mingi sisi kama binadamu huwa tunaangalia kenye tuko nayo, tunasahau kuwa kuna watu wengine pia wanakosa. Vitu kaa gani? Finances, pesa. Unaweza kuwa na shida ya pesa, mwingine anaona ni kama shida yako ya pesa ni kidogo, mwingine anaona shida yako ya pesa ni kubwa sana. Relationships. Kuna kwako unaweza achwa na girlfriend useme huyu akitoka mwingine nampata. Na kuna mwingine anaweza angalia aseme huyu ndo alikuwa kipenzi cha roho, akitoka sioni kama anaweza survive tena.
Aizipata mtu mwingine.
So ni zile vitu zetu tunazichukulia kama vitu za kawaida, lakini kwa mtu mwingine si kitu cha kawaida. So hiyo kitu yenye naamua kama atatoa uhai wake ama atatoa ni ile kiwango ya naweza wezana na hii shida ama siwezani nayo.
Hapo napo ndo najiuliza kwa nini kuna changamoto kwa huyo mhusika kuweza kuzungumza na mtu ama kuzungumza na watu. Mbona kuna hiyo changamoto, ama kuna njia ambazo kwamba anatumia kucommunicate, sisi wengine ndio hatuelewi?
Kwa kawaida kuna kitu inaitwa personality. Watu hawafanani. Personality yako ni tofauti na personality ya mtu mwingine. vile personality yako ni tofauti na mtu mwingine, pia vile utahandle pia problems zako ni tofauti na venye mtu mwingine pia na handle pia problems zake. Kwa hivyo kwa kawaida zile unasemanga unique differences, uko na ka uniqueness fulani kenye kanaweza fanya uko tofauti na mtu mwingine, na hiyo uniqueness inafanya pia una handle vitu tofauti pia na mtu mwingine. Ndio maana ukiangalia DNA yako na yake na yangu hazifanani, kwa sababu kile yenye tunaweza fanya kimaisha ni tofauti, capabilities zetu ni tofauti, penye tumetoka ni tofauti, na kenye imetujengea vile tuko ni tofauti. So pia zile chemical components kwa brain yako pia ni tofauti kutoka kwa mtu mmoja hadi kwa mtu mwingine. So mtu mwenye ako na chemical components anaweza handle a lot of pressure, anaweza handle in a very easy way. Kuna mtu mwenye hajazoea hizo mashida, maybe probably venye amelelewa anajua nikitaka hii napata, lakini kama hapati anaweza kupata ile shida ya nitafanya nini next. Yeah. So I feel like we are bringing up a generation yenye si kama watu wa kitambo. Yeah. So ni tuna bring up a generation yenye ni tofauti kidogo na vile wana handle pressure kuliko watu wengine wa kitambo. So pia venye wanafaa kuwa handled pia ni different. Watu wa 70s 80s hiyo time maneno ya therapy, counseling nini haikuwa mingi sana, lakini sasa ukiangalia generation mpya, they are actually seeking mental health help, but they are doing it sometimes wrongly kwa social media. So mtu akiana TikTok anasema ni macho na girlfriend, mwingine anamwambia usikufe basi, so anichukulia kama solution. Yeah, mwingine akiendelea kwa ana text mahali TikTok kama maybe Instagram ama Facebook, and then zile comment sections ndio watu wanapendelea sasa kuingililia nazo. So yes, they are seeking help, but they are seeking help sometimes in the wrong platforms.
Yeah. What shows that somebody is crying for help?
So what shows someone is crying for help? Number one, there are things that you're used to doing. Like for example, ukiamka tunajua wewe ni mtu msafi, unapenda kusikiza wimbo, lakini all of a sudden interest imepotea. Hauna interest tena na ile kitu ulikuwa unapenda kufanya. Kama ulikuwa unapenda kuwatch football, sasa kuna game pale finali, lakini hata hauna interest. Number 2, umejiachilia tu ile yenye hata kama ulikuwa msafi hauna interest na hiyo usafi tena. Number 3, umejiisolate, unakaa kipi yako, tutaki kuinteract na watu sana. Utaki kufanya maneno yenye ulikuwa umezoea kufanya kama kitu ya kawaida. Ukianza kuona mtu amechange ka lifestyle, ameanza kukaa ni kama kuna kitu yenye imebadilika kwa huyu mtu, ni vizuri tu kimuuliza shida ni gani. So sometimes by just someone asking you mbona siku hizi ufanye hivi, it brings it to your attention. Ndio unaanza kuangalia ni kama by the way siku hizi ni kama nimeacha kuenjoy football. Then you can now bring it to the attention that okay, there's something that is going wrong with me. Yeah, so we can actually rescue all those issues if we give an early intervention. Tukiweza intervene hizi vitu haraka mapema, sometimes we can actually save a life. According to statistics again, wanasema that for every 30 to 40 seconds there are about 40 people who actually die of suicide. Yeah.
Unasema?
Yeah, between
your data.
Yeah. Wanasema that for in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, in the world for between 30 to 40 seconds. Yeah, there are actually around 40 people who actually die of suicide. So an equivalent of almost for every second someone is dying somewhere. Yeah. So kuna watu wengi sana, by the time unamaliza almost 1 hour